Have you ever noticed how in a relationship sometimes the fear of losing someone can feel stronger than the connection itself? And you find yourself overthinking, needing that reassurance, holding back what you really feel. It might be familiar patterns that you've adopted throughout previous relationships, or even you try to be a certain way just to keep the peace. And that's because when that fear is present, it shifts how you show up. You stop being yourself and start managing the relationship. And the important thing to understand is this: the fear of losing someone is not always about them. It's about how secure you feel within yourself. Because when you feel uncertain internally, your mind tries to hold on to external things and get validation outside of yourself. And it tries to hold on to things tightly. And that's where the anxiety begins. You analyze their behavior, you question their feelings, you worry about saying the wrong thing, all in an attempt to protect the relationship you have with them. But here's something most people don't realize. Sometimes we start to create the very issue we're trying to avoid, because the more you overthink, the more you seek reassurance, the more you adjust yourself, the more pressure you bring into the relationship. And that can start to shift the dynamic, not because something was wrong to begin with, but because the fear has now taken over how you show up. And this is where people don't realize that vibration, energy, even the words you speak, whatever it is, can make them lose themselves. They become less honest, less expressive, more careful, and over time that creates a disconnect, not because the relationship is failing, but because you are no longer showing up fully as your authentic self. So the shift here is not to try and remove the fear completely, it's to understand what it's telling you, and most of the time it's pointing to a lack of security. A fear of not being enough, or a need for validation, again outside of yourself. And instead of looking outward to fix that, you need to bring your attention back to yourself, to your self relationship, because the more grounded you feel within yourself, the less you rely on someone else to regulate how you feel. And that changes everything, because now you're not holding on to the relationship out of fear, you're choosing it from a place of clarity. And that doesn't mean you don't care. It means you're not controlled by the outcome. You can express yourself honestly, you can communicate clearly, and you can accept that whatever happens, you will be okay. And that's where real confidence comes from, not from knowing someone will stay because you want them to, but from knowing you will be fine even if they don't. And when you show up like that, relationships actually feel lighter, more natural and more secure, because you're being yourself and because they're not being held together by fear. They're supported by stability. And if this resonates and you want to go deeper into understanding your patterns and building a stronger relationship with yourself, my book, Fix Me, is linked below. And if this helped, please make sure that you like, share and subscribe to my channel so more people can start building healthier relationships without losing themselves. I'll see you in the next video.